What is a pointer in C?
A pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. Declared using the asterisk operator, int *ptr, the address of operator and retrieves a variable's address, ptr equals and x.
How do you dereference a pointer?
Dereferencing means accessing the value stored at the address a pointer holds. Use the asterisk operator, int val equals *ptr. This retrieves the value at the memory location pointed to by ptr.
What is a null pointer?
A null pointer is a pointer that does not point to any valid memory location. Assigned with int *ptr equals null. Always check for null before dereferencing to avoid segmentation faults.
What does malloc do in C?
Malloc allocates a block of memory on the heap and returns a pointer to it. Syntax: int *p equals int malloc n size of int returns null if allocation fails. Memory is uninitialized.
What is the difference between malloc and calloc?
Malloc size allocates uninitialized memory of the given size. Calloc count size allocates memory for an array of count elements, each of size bytes, and initializes all bits to 0.
Why must you call free after malloc?
Calling free, ptr, releases dynamically allocated memory back to the system. Failing to free causes a memory leak, where allocated memory is never reclaimed. After freeing, set the pointer to null to avoid dangling pointer issues.
What is a dangling pointer?
A dangling pointer points to memory that has been freed or deallocated. Dereferencing it causes undefined behavior. Prevention: set pointers to null after calling free.
What is a struct in C?
A struct structure groups related variables of different types under one name. Example: struct point, int x, int y, access members with the dot operator, p.x, or arrow operator for pointers, ptr-x.
How do you dynamically allocate a struct?
Use malloc with size of struct point *p equals struct point * malloc size of struct point access members via the arrow operator, p-x equals 10. Remember to free p when done.
What is a union in C?
A union is like a struct, but all members share the same memory location. The size of a union equals the size of its largest member. Union data, int I, float f, char c, only one member can hold a value at a time.
What is the difference between a struct and a union?
Struct: each member has its own memory. Size is the sum of all members, plus padding. Union: all members share the same memory. Size equals the largest member. Structs store multiple values simultaneously. Unions store only one at a time.
What is an enum in C?
An enum, enumeration, defines a set of named integer constants. Enum color, red, green, blue. By default, values start at 0 and increment by 1. You can assign custom values. Enum color, red equals 1, green equals 5.
How do you open a file in C?
Use fopen, file *fp equals fopen, data.txt, r, common modes, r, read, w, write, a, append, rb, read binary. Always check if fp equals null before proceeding.
How do you read from a file in C?
Common file reading functions. Fjetk, fp reads one character. Fjets, buff, size, fp reads a line into a buffer. Fscanf, fp, formatted reading. Fred, buff, size, count, fp reads binary data.
How do you write to a file in C?
Common file writing functions. Fput, ch, fp writes one character. Fputs, str, fp writes a string. Printf, fp, formatted writing. Fright, buff, size, count, fp writes binary data.
Why is close important?
Close, fp, closes an open file and flushes any buffered data to disk. Failing to close files can cause data loss from unflushed buffers, resource leaks, file descriptors are limited.
What is the hashtag include preprocessor directive?
Hashtag include inserts the contents of another file before compilation. Hashtag include searches system directories. Hashtag include myfile.h searches the current directory first, then system directories.
What is hashtag define used for?
Hashtag define creates macros, text substitutions performed before compilation. Constants, hashtag define pi 3.14159 function like macros, hashtag define max, a b, always wrap macro parameters in parentheses to avoid precedence bugs.
What are hashtag ifdef and hashtag ifndef?
These are conditional compilation directives. Hashtag ifdef macro compiles code if macro is defined. Hashtag ifndef macro compiles code if macro is not defined. Commonly used for include guards in header files.
What is an include guard?
An include guard prevents a header file from being included multiple times. Hashtag ifndef myheader_h hashtag define myheader_h // declarations. Hashtag ndef this avoids duplicate definition errors during compilation.
How do you declare and initialize an array in C?
Arrays hold a fixed number of elements of the same type. Int arr 5 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Indexing starts at 0, arr 0 is the first element. Arrays in C do not perform bounds checking automatically.
What is the relationship between arrays and pointers in C?
An array name acts as a pointer to its first element. Int arr 5, int asterisk p equals arr, pointer arithmetic, asterisk, p plus I, is equivalent to arr, I. However, an array name is not a modifiable value, you cannot reassign it.
How are strings represented in C?
Strings in C are arrays of characters terminated by a null character \0. Char name equals hello stores 6 bytes, 5 chars plus \0. The library provides functions like strlen, strcpy, and strcmp.
What does strlen do and what should you watch out for?
Strlen, str, returns the number of characters before the null terminator. It does not count the \0 itself. Caution, if the string is not null terminated, strlen will read past the buffer causing undefined behavior.
What is the difference between strcpy and strncpy?
strcpy, dest, src, copies the entire source string, no bounds checking, risk of buffer overflow. Strncpy, dest, src, n, copies at most n characters, safer but may not null terminate the result if src is longer than n.
What are the bitwise operators in C?
C provides 6 bitwise operators, and, or caret, XOR, not, complement, right shift. They operate on individual bits of integer types.
How do you set a specific bit using bitwise operations?
To set bit n, make it 1 value equals 1n. Example, set bit 3 of x equals x, 1 3. This turns on bit 3 without affecting other bits.
How do you clear a specific bit using bitwise operations?
To clear bit n, make it 0 value and equals 1n. The inverts the mask so only bit n is 0, and the AND operation clears that bit while preserving all others.
How do you toggle a specific bit?
To toggle, flip bit n, value caret equals 1n, XOR with 1 flips the bit, 0 becomes 1 and 1 becomes 0, while all other bits remain unchanged.
What is a function pointer in C?
A function pointer stores the address of a function. Declaration, int, asterisk fptr, int, assignment, fptr equals and add, call, int result equals fptr, 3, 4, used for callbacks, strategy patterns, and dynamic dispatch.
How are function pointers used as callback functions?
A callback is a function passed as an argument to another function via a function pointer. Void apply, int arr, int n, int fn, int e4, int I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus, arr, I equals fn, arr, I. This enables flexible, reusable code.
What is a header file in C?
A header file, .h, contains declarations of functions, macros, types, and global variables. It provides an interface so other source files can use these features without seeing the implementation. Example, declares printf, scanf, etc.
What are the stages of the C compilation process?
The C compilation has 4 stages: pre-processing, handles hashtag include, hashtag define, macros compilation, translates C code to assembly, converts assembly to object code, .o files, linking, combines object files and libraries into an executable.
What does the C preprocessor do?
The preprocessor runs before compilation and handles, hashtag include, file inclusion hashtag define, macro expansion hashtag ifdef / hashtag ifndef, conditional compilation hashtag pragma. Compiler-specific instructions output is pure C code with all directives resolved.
What is the difference between a compiler and a linker?
Compiler translates each source file, .c, into an object file, .o, independently. Linker combines multiple object files and resolves external references, e.g., function calls across files, to produce the final executable.
What is sizeof in C?
Sizeof is a compile-time operator that returns the size in bytes of a type or variable. Sizeof int, size of an int, typically 4 bytes, sizeof arr, /sizeof arr, 0, common idiom to get array length. Note, for pointers, it returns the pointer size, not the pointed to data size.
What is pointer arithmetic in C?
Pointer arithmetic adjusts a pointer by multiples of the pointed to type size. Int * p equals arr, p++, advances p by sizeof, int bytes. P plus n points to the element n positions ahead. Subtraction of 2 pointers gives the number of elements between them.
What is a void pointer?
A void asterisk is a generic pointer that can point to any data type. It cannot be dereferenced directly, you must cast it first. Int *ip equals, int * void _ptr, used by functions like malloc, which return void asterisk to remain type agnostic.
What is the difference between stack and heap memory?
Stack, automatic allocation for local variables, fast, freed when function returns, limited size. Heap, manual allocation via malloc, /free, slower, persists until explicitly freed, larger but can fragment.
What is realloc used for?
Realloc, ptr, new _size, resizes a previously allocated memory block. It may move the block to a new location and returns the new pointer. Int *p equals realloc, old _p, 20 * sizeof, int, always assigned to a temp pointer first to avoid losing the original if realloc fails.
What is a segmentation fault?
A segmentation fault, segfault, occurs when a program accesses memory it is not allowed to. Common causes: dereferencing a null or dangling pointer, accessing memory out of array bounds, writing to read-only memory, stack overflow from deep recursion.
What is typedef used for in C?
Typedef creates an alias for an existing type, improving readability. Typedef unsigned long ulong. Typedef struct, int x, int y, point. After this, you can write point p instead of struct point p.
What is the volatile keyword in C?
Volatile tells the compiler that a variable's value may change unexpectedly, e.g., by hardware or another thread. Volatile int sensor _val prevents the compiler from optimizing away reads of the variable, ensuring it is always fetched from memory.
What is the static keyword used for in C?
Static has 2 uses. Inside a function, the variable retains its value between calls, persistent local, at file scope, limits the variable or function's visibility to the current file, internal linkage.
What is the difference between pass by value and pass by reference in C?
C only supports pass by value. To simulate pass by reference, pass a pointer, void swap, int *a, int *b, int t equals *a equals *b, *b equals t, called as swap and x and y. The pointer itself is passed by value, but it allows modifying the original data.
What is a double pointer, pointer to pointer?
A double pointer stores the address of another pointer. Int pp, used for modifying a pointer inside a function dynamic 2D arrays of strings, char argv, dereference twice to get the value, pp.
What does the const keyword do with pointers?
Const with pointers has different meanings based on placement. Const int *p, pointer to a constant int, cannot change the value. Int *const p, constant pointer to an int, cannot change the address. Const int *const p, both the pointer and value are constant.
How do you use printf and scanf?
Printf writes formatted output to a file. Printf fp score %d\n score. Scanf reads formatted input from a file. Scanf fp %d%s and age name both work like printf/scanf, but take a file asterisk as the first argument.
What is a memory leak in C?
A memory leak occurs when dynamically allocated memory is never freed. Example, int *p equals malloc 100, p equals malloc 200, // first block is leaked. Over time, leaked memory accumulates and can exhaust available memory. Use tools like Valgrind to detect leaks.
What is the #pragma directive?
#pragma provides compiler-specific instructions that are not part of the C standard. Common examples, #pragma once, alternative to include guards #pragma pack. 1. Controls struct padding /alignment unrecognized pragmas are ignored by the compiler.